What's up, everyone? Welcome back to the channel. Like always, like and subscribe. And today we're going to be doing a quick book review of Star Wars X-Wing Rogue Squadron. This book was superb. It was amazing. It's definitely a 10 out of 10. It would have been 11 out of 10, but the plot was kind of thin. It was cover to cover action. I thoroughly enjoyed it. I read it super fast. It was super good. So you're following basically, I would say, 3.5 characters. Two half characters and 3 main characters. You're following Wedge as he's tasked with putting together a new rogue squadron, the X-Wing pilots, and he gets all this bunch of youth or whatever to basically they're supposed to train for 6 months and get ready. They're trying to like slowly edge their way back into Coruscant to fight the Empire, the remnants of the Empire. This is, you know, this is post Return of the Jedi, and so he's tasked with doing that. But then it turns out that instead of getting their 6 months of training, which would be needed to help them survive their missions, which are already going to be risky, and most of them are going to die right off the bat, the Admiral Akbar tells them you got a week, and so they're already on their first mission. They basically get, found out on the way to their first mission. It's sabotaged by the Empire, so lots of stuff happens there. And then you're following one of the new pilots of the Rogue Squadron, Corran Horn. So he's basically your main character of the book. He's kind of snubby. He's like the big shot, or trying to be the big shot pilot of Rogue Squadron. So, and he has the women after him and all that, whatever, blah blah blah. But then you're also following this dude named Keaton Lore, who's the bad guy, your main protagonist through most of the book. But he ends up being basically taken over, not like mentally or anything, but there's a lady named Izzard. I can't remember her first name. I think it's Ynir Izzard or something. She runs a whole section of the Empire, but she don't really care about the Empire. She has her own evil ambitions and stuff like that. So now she has control of the Kirtan guy who wants Corran. He already killed one of Corran's like old bosses, masters, whatever you want to call him. He killed that guy in the beginning of the book. So there's where the little bit of plot is coming in. And so basically the book is just action, and you're following Rogue Squadron as they go on their missions, and you slowly building up, why Kirtan wants Corran, and they're getting closer to finding him, and what Izzard really is after. Izzard wants to kill all of Rogue Squadron. It was kind of thin on why she wants to. I won't spoil it for you, but that's it. I mean, the book was just a fast read because it was straight action. There's no more I could talk about, because I mean there's more, but it was cover to cover action. I could go on talk to you about each battle or something, but read the book. It was definitely a great read, and it definitely leaves off so you're open to get into book 2, which I was going to read book 2 right away, but I think I'm going to read Star Trek Mission Gamma book 2 in between, because I can't help it. I'm addicted to Star Trek too. But if these books read as fast as this one did, I should smoke through the first 7 X-Wing books this month. At least that's what I'm thinking in my head. I might slow down my reading as I get busy doing other things. But this book was a 10 out of 10. It was super amazing. If you haven't read it, you definitely need to read it. I would say if you've never read Expanded Universe, watch Return of the Jedi real quick and then pick this book up. It's definitely worth it. And you could hop right into this series and just love it. Wedge Antilles gets a great in-depth character profile going on in this book, and I was really happy to see that. And then I'm real interested to see how Izzard plays out throughout these books, because I know later on there's the 8th X-Wing book is Izzard's Revenge, so I'll get to that at some point. But yeah, 10 out of 10. Star Wars X-Wing Rogue Squadron, Michael A. Stackpole. He's a phenomenal author. I was already looking at other stuff he's written, and I'll probably check those out because his writing is super. I mean, his writing flows so well, you could just speed through the book. Like, if I would have not put it down, I would have been done in a couple of hours, probably 3 hours, 4 hours tops. and would have probably already been reading the second one. But I did a lot of stuff in between. So, but that's the video today, guys. Like and subscribe.